What's going on, everyone? We are here with another podcast. We've got another special guest on for you, and it's all about bodybuilding in Thailand, moving from your country of residence to staying in a different type of living. And we have a real life example. So, welcome, Liam.
Good to be here, boys.
So, I think we'll start off by saying, what made you leave Australia for? Well, yeah, was it online coaching? What was it about Thailand? Why did you choose Thailand? Did you have other options? Like, run us through the process.
Uh, it's a super long-winded, not very exciting answer, bro, to be completely honest. I had no intentions whatsoever of ever leaving Australia, to
Slight
be honest.
fabrication, then.
Yeah, let's put some mail on it.
Yeah.
I was literally I'd sort of been traveling a little bit. I'd been overseas with my mates a couple of times in the like previous years to moving. And me and the boys, again, were in Japan for like 3 weeks, I think. I was there for a little bit longer. I was there for like a month, I think. And on the way home, Taylor Crabtree, my coach, was sort of like, "Oh, we want to try and go to Thailand, have a little bit of fun in like hot weather before we go home." I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, why not?" Stopped off for a week here, and did not leave. It was sort of just like a combination of things with I didn't really have any reason to stay in Australia. Obviously, I was earning income online. My parents don't live, so I live in Adelaide, but I'm from a small country town called Robe, in South Australia. So family wasn't really tying me down because I wasn't living close to them anyway. They're like a 3 hour drive. And I was like, well, fuck it. I'm young. I have no responsibilities and I've got income coming in online. Let's just stay here for a little bit. And it's just sort of snowballed into what it is now, which is me living here, have a 5 year visa at least for the next 5 years. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Well, I guess with bodybuilding, I guess you guys would be the same, David Cam as well. Like my mum and dad live around the corner. I still don't see him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see my mum pretty frequently.
When you moved like from that week to becoming permanent, what was the process there? Like, once you were there a week, did you just go and start looking for rentals or
Yeah,
like,
so it was sort of just progressive. It was like I stayed the week and I was like, oh, I don't really want to go home yet. I'll extend another week. And then I just extended another week and I was like, well, fuck, I'm here for a little bit. I'll just stay for like a few months. So I got a permanent residence. You can get like condos and stuff. It was super easy. It's not like Australia. You just sort of message people on Facebook and say, hey, can I move in here? And they're like, yep, sweet, tomorrow move in. And that's
What's the
literally
rental
what I did.
periods normally?
You can get as low as 3 months. You can get 6 months. You get a cheaper price if you do like 12, but that's what I did. I did 6 months, paid a little bit extra. And then by the time that was up, I started in Pattaya, in like the beach town near
Yeah.
Bangkok, but that was a little bit like, fuck, I didn't know anyone there. And I knew people in Bangkok, and the gym scene's a little bit better. There's a little bit more to do. So after the 6 months was up, I got a 12-month lease in Bangkok, and I've been here since for the last like, yeah, year and a half.
Nice.
So
So what?
are you staying in like a high-rise building or like apartment?
Yeah, yeah. So that's, oh, mate, there's literally millions to choose from. It's all like super luxury kitted out condos with gyms, pools, cardio rooms, stuff like that. So yeah, just a high-rise building, 27th floor at the moment. So yeah.
Run. What was going through your head when you're like, it's a scary thing for a lot of people. You're about to sign a 6 month lease in another country. You're like, I'm here for the next, like before you were sort of winging it. You're like, oh, I can go home whenever. Now you're like, all right, this is 6 months. I'm here. Like, what was
Yeah.
that process like? Was that very easy and smooth because you'd already been a couple of months? You're like, I'm not going back. This is way better. Or was it a little bit tough?
Yeah, bro, to be honest, it was just like I don't think about shit too deeply, if I'm being completely honest. I'm very go with the flow. And I was like, yeah, I like it here. What, 6 months? I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna sign a lease. I literally didn't put any more thought in it to that than that. Was just like, sweet, let's do it. Like worst case scenario, I just go home. It is what it is.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what sort of prices are you looking at compared to rentals here for like
So
say
fucking cheap,
per
bro.
month?
So cheap. Like I'm living in I would say it's reasonable. It's not like top end condo, but I'm in a two-bedroom apartment that's I think it's like 60 square meters, and I pay 220 Australian dollars a week.
Yes.
So it's cheap. It was cheaper in
Yeah.
Adelaide. I was paying nearly double that in Adelaide. So
If you had that in the city now, I'd like you'd be paying like $1,000 a week.
oh yeah, if it was like
Oh,
location wise where I am and like what I've got amenity wise, it would be easy $1,000 in
Yeah,
Australia for sure.
Adelaide's
well,
gone up just as much as the other cities now.
Yeah.
Cam's look, I can see Cam's face. He's like, maybe I'll move there. He's like, why do I have a kid?
if I didn't have, if Boston wasn't sitting here, if I didn't have him, see you later, you wouldn't see me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
I
see him
can
in
believe it.
Australia.
just
I'd probably be
it's an
spending,
eye opener too. like how ridiculous we have it in Australia. And like
It's
we
crazy.
take it for granted, like this is just normal and we accept it. But there's so many other options out there that,
Yeah.
it's just ridiculous.
I couldn't
Yeah,
believe
spend the
the
majority of my time
process
with
of
that.
getting a place here. Like getting a place here was literally my second place I got to. I walked into an apartment building. I said, "Hey, do you have any rooms?" They showed me a room. I said, "Yep, I want this room." Sweet, can you move in tomorrow? I was moved in tomorrow, done. Lease signed, finished.
Do you have like a bank account there or?
No, I still use Oz bank accounts, but I have like wires so I can use my cards and stuff over here with no extra fees.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's still in Australian dollar, so I haven't had any issues with it at all.
Yeah, because when I go overseas, me and B tap and pay heaps. 'Cause I got Commonwealth Bank travel cards.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Oh, man, now you're making me want to
Yeah,
go.
I think that's
It's
a
not
bit of a
like,
thing of the past now too, like the having to change currencies and stuff. I think it's
yeah,
become
no.
this
I
now.
literally I don't use cash at all here unless like I need it for, if I'm going to get a fucking massage or something that doesn't take card, I'll get cash out. But for the most part, I literally just tap and pay like I wouldn't Oz. Nothing
Yeah,
changed.
because when you start living there, you become normal. Whereas like if you go there, if us three went there for a week, we'd use cash. But once you're settled, you don't do that anymore.
No, no.
And like you're just doing like normal groceries and stuff over there, or they do like
Yeah.
delivery services and stuff.
So that's like part of the thing that sort of kept me here was that is like you would not believe the convenience. I know we have like you have online groceries and stuff in Oz, but it's just not even comparable. Like I can go on, there's a thing here called Grab, which is basically like
The
a
Uber,
Uber Eats sort of vibe, but just like because the expense is so low for delivery, it's like you're paying fuck all. It's like 20 cents for delivery,
yeah, it's
and it's here within an hour. And I don't have to like book in a time for it to come. I don't have to like, it's literally just go on the website. They have like full grocery stores here, which I didn't really know if they would, but they have full kitted out, like basically their equivalent of Coles and Woolies. They've got a lot of, there's like Tesco here, which is like a UK
Yeah,
branch of things or franchise of things. And yeah, you literally just go on. I do like, I'll every now and again, if I'm at the like mall where the grocery store is and I need something, I'll grab it. But for the most part, I just get shit delivered to my house. Yeah.
that's
yeah. I
good.
remember when I was there, I pure prep. They delivered my meals. I got like for me and B for a week, and delivery wasn't until just that's enough meals. Delivery would be free,
Yeah.
and it was like at my
Yeah.
house the next day, and it was like it was like 80 meals,
Yeah.
How
all
much
weighed out,
do
all cooked,
you spend?
chicken, sweet potato, beef, all weighed.
How
What'd you
much a
say,
week do
sorry?
you spend on groceries? Being like
Definitely
Australian
less
dollars.
than Oz. Like if I wasn't a bodybuilder, it would be I could live for like fuck $5 a day. But probably like 75% of what it would cost me in Oz because the things that are cheap here is like chicken and all the produce they can produce here, but things like for example, for something like me to get beetroot or to get almond butter and stuff, it's all imported. Like you'll see a lot of Coles stuff in their grocery store, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it still works out cheaper than what I'm paying in Oz for sure.
Do you think that it's easier to be an online coach there, lifestyle wise, than Australia?
Uh, I think, yeah, I think I would say, yeah, like obviously working online, you can pretty well, like the environment isn't super important, but I think the environment here definitely promotes more of an online sort of lifestyle than back home in Oz would, yeah, for sure.
When you like the gyms there, I haven't been to Bangkok yet. I was more down near not Pattaya way near the Big
Phuket.
Buddha. I was on the Big Buddha side, which is
Oh, Hawaii.
Patong.
Oh, Patong. Okay,
I was
yeah,
at
yeah.
Patong. Um, it's more like the kickboxing stuff there, but they still have a few gyms and stuff as well.
Yeah.
Where was I going? Oh, the gyms, yeah. So when you go in, there's like a lot of bodybuilders there. There's like gyms here. Is it more like everyday Thai people, or do you still see a lot of other lifters in there, a lot of online coaches? What's the gyms
Yeah.
like?
Even like the last couple of years since I've been here, it's sort of elevated again in terms of like how many foreigners and stuff are here. Like Bangkok in the past year, like I've noticed so many more Aussies are coming over. But like compared to Adelaide, the bodybuilding scene is like night and day difference. Like I walk into the gym, I got fucking Florian Pearson and fucking Urs training. So it's just like
Mm,
completely different. Yeah, it's like every every second guy in there is a reasonably serious bodybuilder. So yeah, it's definitely different. Well, I can't speak for Queensland or New South Wales or anything like that, but compared to Adelaide, it's definitely an environment that's
yeah.
a little bit more bodybuilding heavy.
I think the only heavy bodybuilding gym in Adelaide at the moment is Dave's gym, where we train there.
Yeah, that's where everyone's
Yeah,
training by the
because
looks.
like at the moment we got me, Kane, Jake, Dave, Beans, like we all the competitors training there.
Yeah.
I didn't see her. There's no many people where I was. I saw some weird German IFBB pro, but Yeah, because they go there a lot to Thailand. I guess they'd mainly go to Bangkok. Are you still training at Muscleworks? Because I do see you training in another gym now that looks a bit
I
cleaner.
sort of float, bro. I've got three different gym memberships, and I have like while Taylor's here, I'm sort of just not fucking around with training, but you know what I mean. We're sort of just going around
Yeah,
trying shit while he's here. But I have like a rotation of each pull, push, and legs in different gyms. So I rotate between three different gyms: Muscle Factory, Unreal, and then another IFBB pro here. Ben Broughton has just opened up like a warehouse type gym where he's got a whole bunch of Strive, Prime, old school Nautilus, and stuff like that. That's like super cool. So I'm in there as well.
nice.
They're pretty like up to date with all the latest equipment and stuff.
Yeah, they're pretty ahead of the game. Or at least it's better than, hammer strength fully kitted out gym like Right Away was back home.
Mm.
Yeah.
So with like all the positives and all the flash things, how like what are the negatives? How often do you get the sense that you're in a third world country, or like how often are you kind of faced with like the
This
fact that like, oh shit, there's a lot of poverty around here or whatever?
Yeah, so this is the fucking interesting thing that caught me off guard is there is far less poverty than you expect to be here, and the actual infrastructure, especially in Bangkok, is far exceeding what you are sort of sold in the Western world, or at least what I was sold, watching Hangover 3, and it just looks like a fucking like literally a hole in the ground. It's like you go into certain parts, and obviously there's a high contrast. Like no matter how rich some areas are, you'll see across the road there's a little bit of poverty going on, but it's not really anything you see. It's just like rundown buildings and stuff. But yeah, it's you do see a little bit of the rundown side of things, but it's like the actual city itself. Like when you are in the flashy parts of the city, you forget where you are because it is like insane how technology advanced it is here.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I
Bangkok's
feel
the
like
best for that.
I feel like Bali's kind of like 50-50. Like it is,
Yeah,
they're trying to
Bali's a
push,
lot more
but
fifty
it's
fifty. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I had no idea it would be like that. I thought for sure, I sort of just expected Bali, to be honest.
Yeah,
I had
that's
no
what I
idea
was
what to
thinking.
expect. And I rocked up, and yeah, you catch a train for 10 minutes into the city, and it's like, fuck me, am I in Tokyo? Like, what's going on here? It's pretty
Uh,
crazy.
More like
Bangkok, though, that'd
Phuket
be a
and
lot
stuff like
different
that.
than going to Patong because Patong felt more like Bali.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
true.
but
Phuket,
like all
Phuket.
the touristy areas for sure are going to
Yeah.
be a little bit more Bali-esque. Yeah,
That's why I think next time I'll just go to straight to Bangkok.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you go to, Liam, you go to Adelaide now, all the, immigrants areas, they look like third world anyway.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
there
It's
is
it's
there
not
still
the
a bunch
same
of
as
smoke and stuff in the city there? Like a fog?
the air pollution. There is a chunk of the year that the air pollution is pretty rough. Like that happened recently. It was a couple of weeks, fuck, maybe last month, where you'd wake up and there was a bit of a smog over the city, which is, it's not ideal, but it's I suppose one of the few negatives of living here. And it's not all year. It's like this time of year. I think they're burning crops or something up in the hills,
Yeah.
and it sort of floats down here. But yeah, the air quality here is pretty rough for a couple of. Yeah, I think it's like a month or so a year. Yeah.
How's the air conditioning in the apartment? Good?
I run it
Yeah.
24/7 all day. It doesn't go off, and my bill is like $10 a month for electricity.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
I
fucking
have the
good.
same thing. I never turn mine off. What about, can you actually drink water out the tap in those hotels? They have filters now?
Yeah, so in the ones now, if you're in a newer condo, you can for sure. They have
Okay,
filters.
sweet. Fuck
Like
yeah.
I had a condo last year, my first condo in Bangkok that had like a Pura tap installed, so that was
Sweet.
fine.
Because that's the only thing that was annoying that I found is always carrying jugs of water.
Yeah, that is in what
Having to
was
use a water bottle to brush your teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
I just run the risk, but I haven't got sick yet. I drink the water out of the tap, I brush my teeth, I shower in the water. Like I haven't got sick yet at
With a
all.
filter, I think it should be right.
Yeah.
Oh, the filter would be fine.
Yeah.
Even when I was in Batong, I was brushing my teeth with normal water because I
Yeah.
wasn't swallowing it. It's like, oh, you're gonna get sick. I didn't get sick.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know this, and when I first got here, I was in an apartment that didn't have any filters, like it was an older one, and I was drinking the water out of the tap. No, like I had no idea that it wasn't meant to be drank, or at least it wasn't ideal. And then I got told, yeah, like 6 months in, like, oh, you probably shouldn't drink out of the taps here. And I was like, well, I've
You're
been doing
probably
it.
bulletproof by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fuck, I haven't got like every time I go to Bali, I brush my teeth with tap water and I get crook. But here I was drinking it for 6 months and I was like, fine. So
Yeah, I think Bali's the worst because Bali belly. Everyone seems to get that, but all
I
other,
got sick in
I never
Bali.
hear like Vietnam belly or Thailand belly. It's always Bali
nah,
belly.
nah, they must have some sort of different
Yeah.
infrastructure when it comes to water because I really don't hear it about anyone getting sick here through water.
Hey, I just want to take a quick second at time out the podcast to introduce Amino's Protein. Use code AGHOSTMAN to get your 5% off.
Yeah, because it's like construction, right? Yeah, I always have like the meals might be in your car all day, 40-degree day, you eat or whatever. And
Yeah.
I can eat meal prep bulletproof now. I remember even Fuad talking about Samson, he'd take his meals on the trips all day and eat his meals
Yeah.
like warm out the bag. I'm like, that's
But
fine for me. I
I
don't
eat
get
all my
sick.
meals warm or cold. I don't heat
Yeah,
any of my meals. I have them cooked into the morning, and then wherever I go, they just get eaten
yeah.
cold. It's
That's
just,
same as
yeah,
me. I'm used to it from work.
yeah,
Yeah. The only thing I hate is when rice gets too cold, old, and dry, and it's like just a
yeah,
clump and
yeah.
it's all
I
bitty.
changed to sweet potato for that reason
Yeah.
because I was like,
And
it's
that
like
one that
nothing
you
ever
have,
beats the
that
rice.
purple sweet potato is elite.
Oh, bro, it's unreal,
I
unreal. And you
love
can just buy it
Japan.
pre-cooked, bro. It's so good.
Yeah, in Japan, when you buy them sitting on the coals.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The yaki noki, whatever it's called.
yeah,
Yeah, that's just good.
delicious.
Yeah.
So going back to the plan, how long before you thought about moving? You obviously, like you said, you winged it. You're already traveling. What about your friends and family? Like, what was their response to people you're not coming back?
Uh, I moved out, bro. I moved out of home when I was like super young because of having to move to the city for sport. So family wise, it wasn't really a huge issue. My parents were both like, yeah, fuck yeah, do it while you can. Like, why not? Obviously the thought ran through my mind of like, fuck, will I miss my friends and family? But I'm a bit of a hermit, to be honest, bro. As I'm sure a lot of you boys are with bodybuilding, you really don't go out and do much shit anyway. So it's like, both of my best mates are online coaches as well. They've both come over here to see me. Yeah, I sort of just like being by myself, to be honest, bro. Like I don't mind sitting here. Recently, my sister is like about to have a child, and it has made me think about, oh fuck, maybe like living here isn't so ideal for that sort of a situation because I want to sort of be involved with the family. But yeah, I suppose that's a conversation I'll have with myself. But yeah,
Mm,
honestly, the friends and family side of things, bro, they were super supportive. So it really didn't cross my mind too much past the fact of like, oh, I wonder what they'll think, you know?
yeah, yeah. I reckon if I packed up on that, it wouldn't really make a difference,
Mm,
except for all the
well,
maybe all the people on TRT in Adelaide.
yeah, that'd be fucked. That'd be fucked.
Um, yeah. So there's nothing else that like. I mean, I mean, it's pretty really. I mean, the way Australia's gone, if anything, you made the right decision before
Yeah.
but all this happened.
Yeah, it sort of worked out in the way that it was like, I didn't realize it was a great move at the time, but it has worked out to be that way, which is obviously a positive.
Mm.
Mm.
So
Can't talk too much about that, or we'll get put in jail.
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, stay quiet about that.
Lucky none of us from the UK. We'll get locked up.
Yeah, for real.
So what's the biggest like Dave was touching before about what you run into? What's the biggest cultural difference? Like obviously, you're like, oh, I'll swing around to Woolies at Adelaide, you like, grab whatever you need, come home, whatever you run into. Like you basically do whatever you're doing there anyway. Like, there's not really culture difference because Australia's so multicultural. You probably just feel really at home.
Yeah, honestly, that's the perfect way to explain it. My day-to-day life, nothing has changed from what I was doing in Australia
Bodybuilding
to doing
life.
here. The only difference is that every fucker I see is smiling and waving at me and super happy to see me. Obviously, there's a culture shock in terms of like the Thai people live very differently than what Australians do. Like that's just part of the parcel. But I love culture and I love Asian culture.
Mm,
I love Japan. I love
yeah.
Thailand. I loved Vietnam. Like I'm a big fan of sort of getting amongst the culture and I just sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? I just work in with their culture. Like I try and be
Mm.
respectful. I bow. I'm fucking saying hello. I'm trying to learn the language. I spent the first 6 months trying to learn the language so I could actually, migrate into their culture and not feel like I'm a burden on anyone. So that's
Yeah,
been
which
really,
is that's the right thing to do. You adapt to their culture. You're like, well, I
yeah,
want to live here, so I'll fit in.
yeah, yeah,
Which is I wish
exactly.
more people did what you did
Yeah,
when
well,
they came to
that's the
countries.
issue with the
You
rest of
know,
the world,
yeah.
unfortunately, is they're
When
not
you
really,
go to a country to for a better life, maybe you went there because their better life is their way of living.
yeah, quite
Yeah,
literally. That's
yeah,
sort of how I sort of want to involve myself in the culture, and that's part of living here is like seeing a different way of life, which has been honestly probably one of the more enjoyable parts of being here. Yeah,
yeah. I find like I'm like you. I love heavy Asian dominant countries. I find they're very more respectful people,
yeah,
more polite to your face anyway, and
mm.
just cleaner. They're just more humble. They're more. I feel like they have more respect for a job they do as well. Like there's no like, oh, I'm a shitty cleaner. It's like this job needs doing. I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
bro. Some of these people are living in like some pretty atrocious conditions, I'd imagine, and they're the happiest people you ever
Yeah.
meet. They have nothing to complain about. It's hard not to be in a good mood walking around here because there's people in far worse situations than I'm in and far less fortunate who are twice as happy as me. So it's nice to sort of be surrounded by that for sure.
And do you think you were saying Thailand or maybe like move around to Vietnam? Yeah, maybe Japan a bit. You ever thought about
Uh,
that? moving not from Australia to another country?
Honestly, again, if it wasn't for the bodybuilding lifestyle, bro, and just it being so easy to just stay in one place, I probably would travel a bit more. I've seen Japan, I've gone to Ho Chi Minh, I've been to Da Nang, I've seen a fair bit of Vietnam. I spent heaps of time in Bali when I was a kid. I would love to post bodybuilding, visit a whole lot of places, but for now, bro, to be honest, yeah, I don't really see myself moving around too much. Maybe spend like try a different country, spend maybe 6 months in like South Korea. They have a really good bodybuilding scene as
Yeah, they
well.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of just see myself located in Bangkok or Thailand for the foreseeable, bro. Just sort of shift around. If I want to go to the beach for 6 months, I'll go to Phuket. If I want to be in the city for 6 months, I'll stay in Bangkok and just sort of make do around here. Yeah.
Like
Are
you
you
said
going to
as well.
compete in the local shows there? Are
What's that, sorry?
you going to compete in Thailand?
Yeah, so I competed in Philippines last year.
Yep.
And then potential where it's sort of like a tentative timeline at the moment where we're sort of just in a deficit, see how it look, have the improvements been made to be, close to a pro card or, closer to a pro card. And then we may compete in like 16 weeks, and that'll be probably a bit of a run in Thailand, Korea, Philippines, all the sort of Southeast Asian zone of shows.
Yeah, cool, cool.
We might see you in Korea then.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to head over there with Cam.
Oh, nice. Is he doing Korea as well? Oh, Cam doing Korea.
Yeah, Cam's doing
Yeah,
it.
I might be, yeah, but I'm likely doing career in like 25 weeks.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I think that'll probably be the same show I was potentially doing last year.
Monster Zim or something like that.
Yeah, Monsters in. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's sick.
Sweet. Yeah, because if I moved the country, it'd be Bangkok while I'm bodybuilding, just because the drugs, the weed and the anabolics, whereas other countries are way more harsh on that.
Yeah. And it's super convenient for competition as well because it's like Australia's a decent chunk away. It's like 10 hours, I think,
Mm.
9 hours, depending on the flight. But it's like I am halfway between Oz and Europe, halfway between Oz and America. I've got all the Asian shows to pick from. So instead of having to like prep for a season A or prep for a season B, I'm in a position where I can sort of just do a deficit. And when I'm ready, I can just pick a show to jump in or a few shows to jump in, which is like super convenient.
Yeah, that seems to be. I hate, especially with B being a pro, like you got to pick a show, and like you want to, if you're going to fly so long, you need to pick a
Yeah.
string of shows.
It's
But
huge.
yeah,
Huge.
who knows? Maybe we might move soon. I don't know. But yeah, it's so annoying trying to pick shows when you're pro.
Yeah, problem I don't have to deal with anymore, thankfully. I don't need a
Mm.
timeline well, a strict timeline in place.
Again, another reason not to come back to Australia.
Yeah, bro. I sound like a fucking grifter for Thailand, but it's just yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah. So obviously, like, um, you've recovered being lonely, like we're bodybuilders are always we like being isolated.
Yeah, 100%.
Was there anything harder than you expected? Like I don't know, mistakes or something that you're like, okay, I've got to adapt to this, bills or something you had to that was difficult. You're like, oh yeah, okay, got to make sure that that's different than Australia.
Uh, Not really, bro. No, as I said, I'm a
Everything's a lot
very
more simple because they had less
yeah,
paperwork over
it's
there.
almost more simple. And like, yeah, I'm a very roll with the punches guy. Not that I can really think of anything that's come off the top of my head, but if anything changes, anything sort of, stitches me up, I sort of just roll with it and I adapt. So yeah, nothing really comes to mind.
So did moving help improve your coaching business?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Which I thought it wouldn't, to be honest. I was sort of nervous, like, oh fuck, moving away. Because a lot of my clients, I'd say like 50% of my clients are probably from Adelaide. And initially I had that fear of like, oh fuck, are they gonna not that I don't train anyone in person, I never did, but the thought of like, oh, he's living overseas, maybe you sort of lose a bit of relatability. I don't know what it might be, what my fears were, but it ended up the opposite direction. It sort of worked better off. I had more time, I had more freedom to sort of just be a better coach. So that's good.
Because
Weird
you,
how that works because I moved from where I was living and I thought the same thing. I thought, oh, like a lot of the people from here are gonna like cancel or whatever.
Yeah.
And I've signed more people up from that town than
Yeah, it's the same as me. Yeah, it's wild.
so the move works. If you're listening online coaching, one strategy, move location.
Hey,
yeah.
it worked for me at least. I'm not going to say it's a good option, but it's definitely hasn't impacted me or my business in a negative way. That's for sure. Yeah.
I like you, Dave, though, moving. I reckon it would help because one thing I find I'm really trying to get more clients interstate because I'm so sick of seeing clients just around at the gym when I'm training, like because they think they can talk to you all the time. You never get your own stuff done. So one thing
Yeah.
that really resonates with me moving is just I can actually be alone, focus on content, focus on the coaching, and not being around all your clients. You can focus on you when it's your time. You can separate work from pleasure more.
Yeah, that's absolutely what I felt. Like a lot of my clients were in the same gym I trained at, and it's like I can actually have separate, like, okay, work time, training time,
Mhm.
any other time. Like it's not so everything's not so muddled up and
Blurred.
all fucking
Yeah.
mixed all over the place. Yeah.
Because how are you finding it, Cam? Like in Queensland, have you got many clients interstate, or do you find you get
I've
annoyed with
got
the gym?
I've
Or
got quite a few like where I train, and I don't mind it to be honest. Um, I've never really struggled with like locking in while I'm training or like being able to have a conversation with someone and then go do a hard set. Like I've never really struggled with being able to switch on and off that way. So I don't mind it to be honest. And like I kind of get through the week and like I don't really have much interaction with anyone anyway. So like I kind of don't mind having a chat to someone, like or clients or people at the gym every now and again.
Works
Because
as a
like
bit of a
otherwise,
social life at the
otherwise it would
gym.
go all week and I've fucking seen no one and
yeah, I
just
think it's only
be by myself. So
I think it's only an
I don't
issue with
mind it.
me because I still work full time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I actually need to get it done and get home and get other stuff done.
Yeah.
Like so that I'm just pressed for time is my issue. But yeah, like weekends and if I was traveling, I don't. Yeah, I could. Like you said, gym. Meal to meal, it's like a 4 hour venture. From you leaving home to getting back home, gym's normally like 4 hours because you talk to people, eat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, I don't mind it.
it
Mm.
is good. Um, anything else that he wants to bring up? Has anyone got any questions for Liam?
No, just about your recent growth phase that you just done, man. So how did you guys tackle that? Did you come
Uh,
out of a comp prep, or were you like mid off season, did a mini cut, then do another growth phase, or how'd that all look? And how did you manage it? How are you feeling?
yeah. So, yeah, as I said earlier before the recording, it was coming out of a prep. It was literally the best I've handled a post. I think, as you guys probably know, the more post shows you have, the better you get at handling it. And it was sort of that. I had the reconfirmation of like with the results that I got in the competition season. I was like, okay, fuck, like I may actually have a chance of being a decent bodybuilder here. I always took it seriously anyway, but I had like a bit of a conversation with myself and Taylor, like, okay, I really want to lock the fuck in now. And so from the start of prep until this point now, yeah, haven't really or haven't at all missed a macro. I've tracked literally everything that's gone into my mouth. And I think that's probably what made that growth phase so well more successful than any other one I previously had, was just everything was controlled. But yeah, we basically had 5 weeks post-show recovery phase, usual business. Drugs came down, everything went out and sort of cleared out. Training volume was pulled right back, and we sort of just had a drive with progress through food. I had a super cruisy prep, so I was sort of reversing to the show. My food didn't really get below like 3,800 calories, and then by the time post show, I was already sort of eating like 4K, and I was in a super good position hunger wise to sort of just suck it up a little bit. You know how post show can be a little bit more difficult. And then yeah, it was 20 weeks of pushing up. The first 10, I think my weight only went up maybe like 4 or 5 kilos. Like it was very slow. And then the last 10, my weight went up about 12 kilos. So it was like a very rapid succession in that latter 10 weeks. Through like compounds as well as a little bit of extra food and I think just inflammation. But yeah, it was 20 weeks, 20 kilos went on. I ended up at like 114 kilos and like had like night and day difference between the last time I was at 114 kilos.
Yeah, still very lean.
Yeah, yeah, stayed super lean, sensitive. Like my average fasting glucose, although it's kind of irrelevant, but throughout that time period was like a 4.1. So it was I felt extremely sensitive to
Even
food.
running like GH.
Yeah, that was with
That's
8
killer.
IU GH at
No,
some
no
stage.
insulin.
No insulin, no.
Mine goes to like if I'm on GH, mine will go to like for high five straight away.
Yeah, so mine stayed at a
Insulin or
good spot.
insulin?
What's that?
Insulin or insulin?
Insulin.
But yeah, basically just stayed super sensitive, and it was like throughout the whole off season, you could still sort of see the changes taking place with the small manipulations that you can see in prep, like when you have little bits of high days or lower food. And then since, yeah, basically finished up 20 kilos heavier, I started a fat loss phase 6 days ago, 7 days ago, 6 days ago. And it's just been like an insane response. Like it was food got brought down by 1,000 on a rest day and 800 on a training day. And as you'd expect, things change pretty quickly with that sort of change. But like usually it takes a little bit to get winding up into a fat loss phase, whereas this week it's been like 4.5 kilos has come off. A lot of fluid, obviously, with compounds going back out. But like the visual shift because I was so accurate and stayed so adherent throughout that phase, like the growth, this next fat loss phase is just seemingly a week in going to be infinitely easier than any I've done before.
I know
So
Cam's mentally telling me right now, see Andrew, stay lean.
yeah, honestly, care like a lot of Dean's clients, like were people I sort of took inspiration from. I could see, like, you could literally see in their progress how diligent they were with their shit, and I was like, hey, if this is what the big dogs are doing, I sort of have to try it out, and I did, and I'm glad I did, and I won't really go about it any other way now. I don't think so.
Mm. Yeah, it's funny because when we had Dean on, we touched on that about how people that sign up with him like they feel like they have to have a higher standard, and he's like, I don't know where that stigma came from. I'm like, well, because all your clients are polished, people probably if they're not polished, they're too scared to sign up. And he actually covered that on his stories a few days ago with the new coach on board, new coach coming on. He's like, do people actually think it's like why do you hesitate to sign up for Flex Success?
It's funny. Me and Dave were talking about this last night actually, and I think it's not so much of like they expect like to only have good clients, but I think it's like the level of like um accuracy and the level of
Mm.
like um I suppose compliance needs to be high.
He does
Yeah,
have a good educated background as well,
And
Dean.
I think
Good
people are
track record.
scared to be people are a bit put off to be that like on this shit.
yeah.
Mm.
Well, it's hard. It's
They
fucking
want to
hard.
have their own they want to do bodybuilding, but they want to have their own little fuckery as well, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
They
Like,
say they kind of feel like if I go to Dean, he's gonna expect more from me.
I've
yeah,
got clients that are 2 or 3 weeks into their plan. They're like, I'm getting bored of the meals. I'm like, you
yeah,
just
just
started.
head scratches, bro. Head scratches, bro.
But,
Yeah,
yeah, Dean's podcast is the highest watch podcast yet still to date.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
just nice to listen
That's
to too,
fast.
bro. He's just
Mm.
something about his voice. You just know he's talking absolute magic every time he opens his mouth. He's good.
Yeah, like that guy, David Edinburgh, like, he's just like that one of those voice where you just listen to a documentary of
Yeah,
Dean.
yeah. I don't know what it is, bro. Yeah.
Maybe he should read books to kids. So we touched on the gyms culture, the nutrition, how easy the food is there. Um, I mean, the whole world's pretty easy now. If I had clients that are like, oh God, it's gonna be hard to eat my food. I'm like, man,
Bro,
there's bodybuilders in every country. I'm pretty
you
sure
have
it's
you have
easy
no
to eat your
excuse in this
meals.
day and age, bro. You have no excuse.
Yeah.
No
That they
excuse.
want excuses because they want to have an excuse to eat out all the time. How often do you hear, oh, I forgot my meal was somewhere longer than expected, so I had to get Macca's. I'm like, oh, there wasn't better options.
Yeah, fuck,
Yeah.
that's the worst option you can choose. Bro, I have like a micro scale I take everywhere just in case
Yeah,
I
I've
get
got one now as well. Yeah.
yeah.
So we talked about your conditioning being better in the off season. Uh, what about the like PED culture over there? Is it the same as here, or just nobody really knows about? It's not really talked about because I guess that
Um,
culture there, nobody's running it like in society, and it's just the people that move to Thailand to run it really.
Yeah, basically, it's like a lot of the usual safe use protocol, primo mass test. But the Thai from I don't really talk to a whole lot of the Thai guys, but from what I've heard, I think they are a little bit behind in their protocols. Like they're still using some like different compounds and stuff, but it seems to work. A lot of them look great. Like there's a pro at a 212 pro. I can't remember his name. It's like Dark Horse or something. He's some Thai 212 pro, and he looks fucking great. So whatever he's using is working.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
like guys were jacked in 2000s and they
Yeah,
started.
exactly. I think a lot of people get lost in the weeds with all the fucking information we have these days. It's like if you train hard, you do drugs, and you eat food, you're gonna grow.
Yeah,
It's
I find a lot of these days with obviously Red and GLP-1s, not just PEDs, but like people are relying way too heavily on supplements and drugs these days, especially with all supplement bans growing up. And we need more focus on the actual training and nutrition. Like
yeah.
there's all protein bars, there's this supplement coming out, like all these brands are pushing stuff. Like, do we forgot about talking about the actual foundation, in nutrition and training,
The
where all the
important
gains
stuff.
really happen?
The important stuff. Yeah.
Nobody cares about that. That's boring.
Yeah.
What about obviously over there? There's a lot more. I'd say people in shape. Like there's a lot more skinny people with
Yeah.
Asians.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think, oh, yeah, fuck. I don't know the last time I saw a fat Thai person,
Yeah,
to be completely honest.
because in
Uh,
Japan they got calorie mate. They have like calorie bars. There's people with too
Yeah, they
skinny.
have everyone knows the nutrition. And I don't think it's so much that here. It's just like their diet is just whole foods. It's very
Yeah.
hard to overeat. They're eating rice and meat for the most part. It's like, and a lot of it's heavily oiled, to be honest, but it's just food that's like it's not highly palatable. It's actual food for humans, and they are
Mm,
just, yeah, healthier people, I think, for the most part. Yeah.
That's probably why they're happy.
Yeah, literally.
Nutritious. They got good nutrition. So
Rice to
you,
pork.
yeah. So your stress is decreased. You think clearer there. You train better because your environment happier, calmer. So I guess a few questions are what do you find most improved about yourself after leaving? Like, what was most apparent when you're like, oh shit, since I've moved, like I'm this type of person now.
Fuck, that's a loaded question, bro. I don't know, man. I think it's just like,
More
well,
established, more evolved, more
definitely more like obviously I've aged to and I'm like 26,
matured.
26 now. So it's like, yeah, I've just aged along with the time period. So maybe that's the factor. But I think just, yeah, more time by myself. You sort of just like assess yourself a little bit better when you're alone. Um, I think I'm probably just happier, to be honest, bro. It's just a happier place to be. It's sunny all year. Everyone's happy to be here. I've met some good people here. It's like, yeah, I think probably just happiness. And it's not to say I wasn't happy in Australia, but it's just the environment is a lot better and a lot more conducive to be happy here for sure.
You've experienced similar, haven't you, Cam? Because when you left being a trade and you became an online coach, your life changed dramatically.
Yeah, I like everything. Just how happy I was in general as a person, and how much
Yeah.
better I got in like my bodybuilding career.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave? Well, you just quit your actual anytime day job.
Yeah, about
What's different
two
now?
months ago. Just like Cam said, just I'm able to like focus on the energy that I put into something that I'm getting out of it rather than like putting energy into other people's things. And then like it's not like I'm expending any more energy, but I'm getting so much more like value from what I'm doing.
Mhm.
And then obviously my bodybuilding lifestyle's tripled in value. Like it's yeah, like I don't have to watch the clock when I go and train. I can just have that time and just go and train and focus on that. And I've got like obviously a lot more mental energy to put into that. So yeah, it's been tenfold on everything bodybuilding related.
Yeah, sweet. Um, so is there anything you miss about Australia?
Um,
Paying tax.
I don't miss that at
Oh,
all,
There's
man.
nothing. There's not much to miss,
There's yeah,
especially from
there's
Adelaide.
yeah. I mean, you miss the little things, bro. Like it's a different life. So obviously, I don't think there's anything I can pinpoint in terms of missing. Like obviously my family and stuff, but um, it's just different. Yeah, like when I go back to Adelaide or when I go back to Oz, it's like a nice little nostalgia hit of like, it's pretty stark contrast compared to here, but I wouldn't say missing it as much as it's just like a nice little refresher of what life is like back home.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously when you're back home, it's like you grow up here, you know the streets, whatever. You feel always more safer. Obviously, there
Yeah.
you've been there that long now. You're starting to know your area now. Probably starting to feel like you're back of your hand now. Anyway,
Yeah. But nothing's like home. Like no matter where you go, I don't think anything's gonna
yeah.
hit the same as home does, but it's just not a place I can see myself living
But
anymore.
but I'm guessing you have like your favorite, like you said, you have your favorite cafe, your favorite shopping center. You go there
Oh,
to get
bro, yeah.
this. Like it's all
I've
set out now.
fucking I've seen maybe 4% of Bangkok because I just stick to my same routine. It's all up the same road. Just go up to the gym, go back, have a cafe over here, and I frequent those places, and that's it. Other than that, I'm just in my condo chilling.
Yeah, basically you take a bodybuilder out of a location and put him in another location. He'll just find
Yeah,
the
it's
same
like
spots he needs, and that's it.
it's just instinct, bro. Find my way to the gym, find my way to the grocery store. That's it.
you made many
So
like friends where you're staying?
What's that? Sorry.
Have you made many friends or like acquaintances where you're
Yeah,
staying? Yeah.
yeah. So not so much in the building, but there's for the first 6 months, bro. I think I spoke a total of maybe 10 words to people outside of my family on the phone. But then when I moved to Bangkok, I don't think there's more foreigners, but there was just more people my age, I think, compared to Pattaya. It's a little bit of an older demographic there. Um, and yeah, it was literally just a case of me like, fuck, I haven't made any friends since I've been here. I should probably talk to some people. So I talked to some guy from Sweden who's ended up being like one of my best mates. He's a bodybuilder as well. And he had a friend from Canada who I also became friends with. And then it's just like people you meet, you know what it's like in the gym. You start off saying, hey, bro, and then you dap it up every now and again. And then all of a sudden it snowballs into you're talking to each other every day, and that's sort of how I've made friends here. Yeah,
Yeah.
is there that guy in the gym, that one old guy that you're like, man, this guy never shuts up?
there's multiple, bro.
Yeah.
There, there's multiple.
Jim Casey.
Casey, is he from Port Adelaide?
I love him. He wears the Port Adelaide football top. He's always at
Yeah,
Alberton.
yeah, yeah.
He loves it.
He loved it.
Um, so obviously you're there permanently, indefinitely at the moment, unless anything changes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I have a 5-year visa now. I was just doing border runs. So they had a rule previously where it's like you get, as an Australian citizen, you come in, you get 60 days, and then you can extend it for 60 days, stay, and then you have to leave the country and come back out, which was literally you can just walk out into Cambodia and you do a day trip. So you would get in a car, drive to Cambodia, come back, and you can stay for another 120 days total. But then I got caught out once. I got caught out after coming back from Korea. They while I was gone, me unknowingly, they changed the rules and you couldn't do that anymore. So I came back in, didn't realize it was like 11 p.m. and they said, "Oh, yeah, you can't actually come back in. You're gonna have to fly back to Australia." And I was like 5 weeks out. I had to stay in literally a prison cell under the or an immigration cell, I should say, under the airport. Had to fast for 48 hours and then get sent back home on a flight. And then I got a visa sorted because otherwise that would have continued to happen. So I'm
At
here. I'm
least
stuck.
you would have got a hideout after that, though.
Yeah, I did, thankfully. But it wasn't worth it. I would have just rather baseline food, bro. Fuck.
Crabtree on flat, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So it hasn't changed your long-term goals at all because when you were traveling, your goals just you didn't really have long-term goals coming because you're on holiday, did you? So you
Yeah.
still was just make as much money coaching and try to live your life as long as you can.
Yeah. So it's basically just shifted from now that I've got I've had a home base for like 2 years. It was all the goal was always bodybuilding, but when you're sort of traveling, it's very hard to be actually locked in to be doing what you need to be doing. And now it's shifted from making as much physique progression as I can within my circumstances of traveling and coaching on the side. It's now, okay, pedal to the metal, bodybuilding above everything, as well as coaching, obviously, and see what I can do as a bodybuilder while I have the time to do so while I'm still young. So that's basically the goal now. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so long-term goals, stay in Thailand, boost coaching, and get pro.
Basically, yeah. Yeah. I hate to put a fucking pro on it, but yeah, basically just be the best bodybuilder I can be.
You know, it's just I mean, I know people say pro, but we're just using that terminology as like a milestone. If you know
Yeah.
you've got yourself to a certain level of physique that it means something to someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got a bit of what do you call it?
Credibility.
Recognition.
Yeah, recognition, credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sort of mentally tells you that it is worth pursuing still. Kind of, like it's
Yeah.
worth the effort you're putting in.
Yeah, well, that's literally what happened. Yeah, last year I competed. And it was like, okay, this is a bit of reassurance that I'm not shit. This is good.
So, biggest misconception about overseas living in
Thailand
Thailand?
specifically,
Oh, yeah, for you at the moment, yeah.
uh, probably poverty. Probably the fact that like people don't quite understand what Bangkok and Thailand's actually like. Yeah,
And you can drink the tap water.
yeah, and you can
Yeah.
drink the water and not get sick.
That makes
Yeah,
a massive difference to me because
yeah,
that's one thing that deterred me. But knowing that I can drink filtered water in the apartment,
yeah. I mean,
that's a
I
game
might have a
changer.
cast iron
That's
gut,
a
bro,
game
but yeah,
changer,
you don't
mate.
mind. Yeah.
Um, anything you've learned about yourself?
Just like before, bro. Just I'm happier. I'm happier. I think that's sort of just come along with the age as well. The 2 years, 2.5 years that I've been outside of Australia. So
Because
nothing
are you
particularly.
happier because you got more focus on yourself and you know you're making faster improvements?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of everything, to be honest, man. It's not just specifically living here. It's just
Yeah,
the lifestyle that ensued because of that. Yeah.
sweet. Has anyone got anything else to add?
I mean, that's cool.
I think we did get some questions.
Fire away. So you started prep yet, Cam, for Korea, or you in a
Just
maintenance
started,
phase?
just started a little tidy up, like you've done.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel 100 times better this week. Like
Yeah.
you just get that like rush of inflammation that just comes off your body,
I feel instantly
and like
better.
I was even like doing my steps, the other day. I was like, oh, I'm even just walking lighter. I just feel better, So it's been a really good week in that sense.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just a bit of a tidy up. I think it's not even that aggressive, just a 800 calorie pullback,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to run that for like four weeks, and then maybe like a 6 week little push, and then finish the job.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in a that's pretty much my plan as well, tentative plan. So that's good. What
Well,
about you, Dave?
let's do fingers crossed. Let's manifest it. Cam punches his Olympic qualification in Korea, and you punch your pro card, and I get
Hey,
to
let's
witness.
go.
I get to witness,
Let's go.
and me and B will fucking shout you a meal.
Yeah, done.
That'll be sick.
Done.
Sweet. And what about you, Dave? What's your? How's your? I saw you posted. Was it 112? now?
Yeah, sitting around
You're
112.
looking thick, man. You're looking sick at 112.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I think I've got about 5 weeks left, and then we'll just swing back into maintenance for a bit. And
Yeah, because are you doing Vegas?
yeah, well the Queensland show is like the 5th of September,
Yeah,
so it'll be the first one.
yeah. So you are going to do season C.
Yeah, well I'll have to do the Queensland show to qualify.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
you're like I'm saying, you're not going to like the massing phase going so well. You're going to continue, or you're still going to stop and do prep.
No, like I'll prep.
Yeah,
I'll probably start about 16 or 18 weeks out.
yeah. Nice.
You're
So,
massing right now.
Yeah.
Fuck it, your face looks like you're fucking 5 weeks out, bro.
yeah,
What's
he's
Bro,
going
lean.
on?
just
He's
never
fucking
fucking pulled
lean.
out again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I finished because I competed April last year, and then I'm about 12 kilos up, 11, 12 kilos up, and my face just never came back.
Fuck, bro. I wish I had that problem.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
have to get some Botox or something, I think.
Yeah,
That's the first thing that gets fat for me. I could be completely peeled body wise, but
Well,
my
the back
face
of my head's got like rolls in it, and then the front of my head's just there's nothing
yeah.
there. So,
That's the Regan Grimes. He's always got chubby face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. The only question we got was someone's interested in starting coaching themselves. What advice will we give them?
Who wants to start?
You can start, mate.
Yeah, the guest.
I'll start.
Yeah.
I think, what are we going to do? Just one piece of advice, just one straight answer.
Just whatever if someone comes to you at the gym and said, I want to start coaching, what do you recommend? What would you tell them?
Four. Give a fuck, number one. Knowledge, number two. Learn as much as you possibly can and look the part. Like actually experience what it's like to be on the receiving end of not just coaching, but whatever sort of style you're trying to coach, bodybuilding, being lean, bulking, whatever it may be, actually experience what you're trying to teach people how to go through so that you understand what's going on. But number one, give a fuck for sure. Actually care about your clients.
Yeah, don't treat it as a business. Do it because you love it.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the main thing that I would say is be yourself and don't try and like get another personality that you see online or like try to be them. And you have to like put the time in to build a reputation before you can demand
Yeah.
like that reputation. So you have to get jacked before you can just pretend that you're jacked and tell everybody that you're going to get them jacked or some shit. Like there's a lot of imposting going on in the online fitness scene.
Big time.
I think that's huge for me. Like when like I suppose when someone's trying to choose a coach or like if there's yeah, the people putting out their own Instagram reels and all that bullshit to attract clients. Like I'm not gonna if I was a person looking for a coach, I'm not picking you unless you've done it.
Yeah.
Or unless you like can display you've either done it yourself or you can display that you've done it with multiple people as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Agree.
I think obviously, yeah, one, do it for the love, not because you want to see it as a business. Two, always be coached for a bit first. Like you said, go through the experiences, learn it, learn how you coach those things, maybe even try different coaches and like you said, read knowledge. Also, do some clients for free. Don't charge until you think you know. Like, get a few people that are like, hey, look, I'm learning to coach. Can I do something for like, do some for six months. Do at least a handful of clients free. Note changes down, how different bodies respond to things. Don't start charging straight away because you're not confident in your abilities. Wait till you're confident in your abilities, then start charging and then scale your prices as you feel like your expertise goes up.
Hmm.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
What about? Would you say there's better coaches to go with to learn? If you're going to want to be a coach, go with a good coach to start with.
Yeah, to some extent. I think well, for me personally, obviously I've learned quite a bit from Taylor.
Mm.
And he's probably learned a lot of his stuff hand down from Dean as well. So I think that's pretty important, but as it's only equally as important as actually learning yourself off your own time, I
Yeah.
think, yeah,
We'll learn your body first, yeah. Like learn how you adapt to things as well. Your training style, how food works in your body. Like you got to understand your body as well to understand how different bodies work differently.
and there's some things you can't learn without experience. Like I've learned so much shit just doing coaching, like from just coaching clients. So
Mm.
a lot of it is along the way. But yeah,
Yeah, people skill. My missus still says I need to learn to be more empathetic.
yeah,
But
that's
like like you were saying with experience, you can't tell a bikini girl that has a full-time job to go do 2 hours of cardio and have 800 calories a day and not have done prep yourself.
Yeah,
Like if you're going to put someone through a grind, you have to make sure you've done the grind.
yeah, exactly.
Mm. Even actually, Cam, even your face is pretty lean. Just noticing.
Dropped a bit of information this week.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Anything else you want to cover? Anything else, Liam, that you want to bring up? Any thoughts that you have? Last week we covered lower high volume with Josh Andrews. Is there anything that you've come up since you moved to Thailand? Thoughts you've changed on, different views? Anything you want to bring up that you want the listeners to know about?
Fuck, put me on the spot, bro. Not really, bro. Not
Other
really.
than purple sweet potatoes elite?
Yeah. What's everyone's favorite? Has everyone ever tried a yellow sweet potato? That's a good one.
Yeah. What? Because you got the white ones with the purple, but I like the purple with the yellow flesh the
The
best.
best ones is the purple with the yellow
Yeah.
flesh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' opinion on the best sweet potato?
I don't ever eat them. Hey, I don't digest it that well.
Yeah, but they're
Fuck.
different.
Yeah,
And
these
like
ones.
they all digest differently.
Yeah.
I don't like the red ones. I don't like the standard ones you get here. They don't sit well with me either. But
Like the
the
orange
purple
one.
ones, oof.
Yeah.
I've never had them.
Oh, Cam, you wait till you go
But
to Korea, mate. You're
you boys
you're
are
just gonna
missing
change your
out.
world.
The yams are something else.
Yeah.
I won't be fucking carving up on sweet potato.
You can have them sweet, like you can put like cinnamon and like sweetener on them, or you can put like salt on them. You can have them like sweet or savory. Those potatoes, they're so good.
Yeah, I put dark chocolate on them, bro. I have it
Yeah,
as a dessert. It's fucking elite.
I
Are they the
love.
same
Yeah,
same carbs as a normal sweet potato?
yeah, pretty
It's
much.
it's an it's an irrelevant difference. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I think it's like a gram or two difference of carbs, but it's not worth fucking stressing over it now. I don't.
To me, if you make it sweet, it sort of tastes a little bit like Weet-Bix on honey, the flesh.
Bro, when they cook it right, like the ones that sit on the coals, it's you're eating it and you think like surely this has got sugar pumped into it or
Yeah,
something. It's fucking insane.
it's so good. Fuck. Now I want to bake sweet potato.
They're good.
All right, so thanks for doing that. We'll cut that here because everyone seems to be giving me feedback saying they love it sub 60s in the minutes.
Yeah.
So
How long have we been on
um
for?
well it's been about 60 minutes.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, so we'll keep them like that because I'd rather have them shorter and then have maybe you back on to cover more stuff later on, especially like if you're going into prep, we can cover you maybe right before you prep how your prep's been going, or maybe after see what the results were. Hopefully we get some footage in Korea as well. So I want to when I travel, I want to try to get some footage. But yeah, good luck with everything moving forward. We'll try have you on again sometime down the track before you complete your shows. But thanks everyone for coming on, and I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, boys.
Take it
Okay.
easy, guys.
See you guys.
See you, boys.